We're live.
We are live doing the thing that we love to do every Monday, of course. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you as we do. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the ever-loving doer of digital design, the inventor of impressionism, the cultivator of contemporary art, Le Sparky.
And Sparky's there, ready to roll with the letters H and I on the big board. For those of you that don't know, Sparky draws what we either talk about or what he has experienced throughout the week. Tony!
Real things. Real things.
Real things. Always real. Always authentic.
Ooh, can I bring up something real quick?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because this is what we do. You know, we try to talk about local stuff. Now, you guys may or may not know, but this past weekend, they had a Comic-Con in Scranton called AnimeCon.
Did they really?
They did. They did. Usually twice or three times a year, there's some sort of con in the city of Scranton. This one in particular was in Dunmore. But it did celebrate all things nerdy. From the anime world of Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, Naruto, anything that you could think of as far as anime, manga. Very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff in general.
And what did you go dressed up as, Tony?
Nothing.
My God. So you went as Tony Kaz from the Podguyz Podcast. Outstanding. Yeah. Did you actually go?
Well, you know what? It's a smaller venue. I didn't really expect a lot, as in much of, Scranton cons in general. They're all really, really tiny. So there's not a lot of vendors. There was probably, probably about 40 vendors. They did have some really cool guests from from that particular con, and one of them was the voice of Goku from the animated United States show. Anyways,
so that's something that could be kind of faked, in my opinion. The voice of Goku. Because, you could just scream, Hamaya! And you're like, and just say that's your thing.
I don't know about that.
I wouldn't doubt it. But but Tony, it sounds like you didn't have any fun there.
It was all right. It was mostly for the kids. And, they went dressed up, which was cool.
Did Hunter have fun?
Yeah, of course. Of course. So, it was cool. There's Pokemon and there's Dragon Ball Z and there's a lot of... They had they had anime trivia and they had a cosplay competition and it was just cool all the way around. It was nice. It was nice for local Scranton people to get together to enjoy a con, which is really awesome.
That's pretty cool. Local stuff is always happening. We had local stuff happening in Scranton as well with the Jazz Festival. Billy Idol was in town screaming about eyes without a face. And he's at that age where, faces don't even have eyes anymore. So he's talking about that. White wedding, more or less a black funeral for David, for Bowie. I'm sorry, for Billy Idol. Yeah, he's very old. He's like a Vince McMahon old right now, where you're like, yeah, that kind of happened. Holy crap. All right. You're still wanting him to be wedding singer Billy Idol, where you're like, never ages sort of thing. Even the promo he cut for it, it was kind of, you could still know that he's a young at heart idea, but he got old, man. He got real old. Weird Al Yankovic was also in the area.
That's true.
Singing parodies of other people's hits as he does. And it's always enjoyable.
By the way, some phenomenal hits from Weird Al Yankovic days include Eat It. Oh, what was that Jurassic Park one?
Well, there was the I'm fat, I know it. Like he wears the fat suit, like a surgeon was another one. There was like a Flintstones parody of the Red Hot Chili Peppers songs. But the main thing to take away from Weird Al Yankovic is he outlived Michael Jackson. Dare to be stupid. Sparky puts down there in the big board.
Amish
Dare
Paradise.
to be stupid. And another thing in the news right now, formerly known as Penis Cantor, he is joining the WNBA. He took the P out of his name. He is now Enos Cantor because he can't have that.
Can't have a penis. Yeah,
they said that was the one rule they had: no air buds on the court and no penises. So he took the P out of his name. He is Enos Cantor now. Refused to take the physical because he says he's Muslim. What do you think about that, Tony?
Muslim and a woman.
Muslim woman, transgender, Enos Cantor, joining the WNBA to show the girls how it's really done. Formerly known as Penis Cantor of the NBA. But Sparky is enjoying that. He was there at the game to check out how Penis Cantor was sized up against the girls, and he's going to give us a live look at what that kind of was. Now, Enos, now known as Enos Cantor, 6'11", great rebound. She has the beard of a man, but we all know without the P in front of Enos, it is a woman now, and a woman shall be treated as such in the WNBA. Am I right, Sparky? So, Enos says that she is going to lead the WNBA in rebounds, points, and also said she is going to
She's
going to go up against Caitlin Clark, which some people are suspicious that it's really Clark Caitlin, because she has a mannish features. But that's just the haters out there, Tony. Bunch of haters thinking that it's really...
she is beautiful.
Yeah. Clark Caitlin? Come on. You know.
Can we talk about somebody who's really stunning and has taken a big hit in the WNBA with Sophie Cunningham?
Sophie Cunningham. What about her, Tony?
Well, recently she got technical fouled.
Are you saying that Sophie Cunningham is braver than Enos Cantor, the newest woman to join the WNBA?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I went out on the limb.
And what makes Sophie braver? Because the P was taken right out.
Oh yeah, P just taken right out of everybody.
Yeah, and that takes some bravery right there. You can ask new WNBA assistant commissioner Caitlyn Jenner.
So, I feel like this is not to say it's a funny comical story that sounds fake, but it's so super true.
Let it rip, Tony. We're all ears.
No, I'm just saying in general. I find it hilarious that these 6'8", 6'7", former basketball players that couldn't make it in the men's league are saying, I'll just transition into the women's league. Such as, what the hell's her name? The dude that was on the Olympics for the women's team. You know who I'm talking about.
I have no idea. Listen, all I know is that
Brittany Griner.
When Penis Cantor was in the NBA, and by the way, Brittany Griner, supposed to be
still has
right?
a penis.
You think so?
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, dick or no dick?
Man.
Because Obama was ordering a lot of hot dogs.
What's the over-under on that on Kelsey?
I'm just saying, if we're going through the list, what I do know for sure is that Enos Cantor has always been a woman. Sparky, flip that board around there. Somebody is going to die.
Joanna Man.
Hashtag Joanna Man.
Oh, poor Joanna Man.
Enes Kanter is going to be heavily sought after in the WNBA by all teams automatically, probably because of her NBA experience. Former New York Knicks, Portland Trailblazer, and traveling around the NBA as a man. But on the inside, everyone kind of knew that Penis was a woman the whole time. So now, 42-year-old Enes Kanter coming to the WNBA, Tony. Isn't that brave of her?
Sure.
She is by far the bravest woman on this earth at this moment until somebody else does something similar that we can all nod and agree with before we're canceled by Disney.
I don't know. Have we become such a woke society now that what was his name? I shouldn't say her name, his name. The girl that transitioned into a guy that does acting, that is now on the head of GQ magazine as America's most beautiful man.
Tony with names today. That is just this is how you know you're getting older, Tony. Nobody gets a name anymore. They just did it. You just give them a description of something that bothered you. Oh God.
Now it's 2026. Oh man.
Well, we wish all the luck to Enes Kanter. And
they want to do it. Oh, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to announce Kim Kardashian as Man of the Year in GQ magazine.
Kim Kardashian. She is now a man?
I don't know. GQ. You would figure, something. Something.
Something's going on there. Something that doesn't make any goddamn sense. I thought you were mentioning Supergirl movie, how it was the biggest flop of the year, let alone a bigger flop according to it's going right to Amazon Prime immediately. Nicolas Cage as John Madden. That is going right to Amazon Prime in a hurry. Real quick.
Yeah.
It's probably due to the fact that Nicolas Cage looks not even close to being John Madden. Can't really sound like John Madden. And for the love of God, Hollywood, are you really running out of fat people that can act like this? Boom, bang, boom, bang. He goes up for shooter. Whammo, whammo. Like you could have picked literally any fat guy and thrown him out there. And if you really wanted to, just dub over his voice for the love of God. Hollywood used to put in a little bit of effort like that, Tony. I mean, like just the smallest amount of effort. But John Madden, Raiders head coach, Super Bowl winner, commentator, very animated all around. We do have football season coming up in a big way. It's happening, dude. It's happening. We have it.
It's already Jesus. It's
August
already.
We are at the end of summer. Football season is rolling up there.
Holy Hannah, Montana.
The Arizona Cardinals finally huffed and puffed and gave Jacoby Brissett $25 million. What a joke of a franchise. Right now, Jeremiah Love is landing and he's wondering, what the fuck? No wonder you guys got me at such a high draft pick. This is ridiculous. They have the three mediocres in the locker room right now. They have Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew, and Carson Beck. Carson Beck was best known for being an interception turnover machine in college football, but just to his credit, can also sling it with the best of them for these corner end zone passes. He had a lot of touchdowns, a lot of mistakes in college, big time. And he was put in some precarious situations, 50-50 shot if he could get you in or out of them scenario. So Carson Beck played pretty okay in the Hall of Fame game. The two highlights that they did show, I'll bring up the one good part first, because why besmirch the guy? He's a good athlete. Corner pass put there perfectly. I don't care. First string, second string, third string cornerbacks on it. That ball was placed perfectly. Then here's the little bit of criticism right here for you. The one pass, he bombs it out there. You don't make this pass for this reason. Safety's way out there waiting. I mean, he's waiting. So, he bombs this pass out there, and as soon as a wide receiver comes by, bam! Immediately gets whacked. And you're going to kill a guy. Now, that safety out there had to have been a third to fourth string safety. This is like preseason kind of stuff. If a real safety came in there full force for the whack, which, by the way, it's their right to do so in the backfield like that, you just don't make that throw. But that was shown like, hey, look at this highlight throw. Dude, that's not a highlight throw. That is a stupid pass that he almost got somebody hurt in a meaningless game. Kind of showing you both sides of Carson Beck right there. Carson Beck, I would bet on specifically the Miami Hurricanes, not just because of their killer defense of Ruben Bain, who will be rookie of the year this year, is probably defensive rookie of the year. I'm throwing it out there right now. Vita Vea saw how talented Ruben Bain was, and he's like, I'd like a trade. I'm not going to get any playing time. This guy's taking me. He's taking my job. I'm done. Vita Vea wants to be traded, so that way, not only does he get to play, he gets, that extra contract.
He gets to star shine.
He gets an extra contract extension as well. And, the kind of team that'll bite on that, who kind of needs it anyways, would probably be the Minnesota Vikings, because they need a lot. They got little Yoda fucking Kyler Murray running around out there, all 5'7.5" of them on his tippy toes. And they're like, well, who's going to start, Kyler Murray or JJ? Dude, they both sound like Kyler and JJ both sound like kids that are like super soft. Like, hey, why don't we just sign a guy named Liam to the team while we're at it? Here you are, Liam, JJ, Kyler. They just sound like they get bruised super easy all around. So the Vikings need a lot. The Green Bay Packers will not make the playoffs. They lost too many things, and Jordan Love is not the type of quarterback to go ahead and rise above the occasion. Brett Favre could do it. Brett Favre would, go head first into the world just to, just to get a winning season out of the attempt. But I'm telling you right now, Packers lost too much. They lost on Tavian Wicks. They lost their offensive coordinator, Mannion, to the Eagles. They lost their assistant GM and defensive coordinator to the Dolphins. They're running back right now in a little bit of domestic trouble. They're not going to make the playoffs. The Bears that whole division's just weak as hell. Is Aaron Darnold going to come out of retirement? That's another big question, Tony. Is Aaron Donald going to come out of retirement? I wouldn't. If you have any doubt in your head that, first of all, if you come back, you're not going to be the highlight of that defense right now. Myles Garrett will be the highlight of that defense. So you're going to have to play second fiddle if you're looking at the ego part. And if you want another Super Bowl because you feel like, all we did was beat the Bengals last time. If you want that next Super Bowl and this is your only opportunity in life to get a second Super Bowl, I guess go for it. But dude, that's a low area of ring chase. There's no guarantee in the NFL to ring chase. You can kind of do it in the NBA. Look at the Sixers right now. But in the
we'll get on them in a minute.
Yeah, man. In the NFL, it's really tricky because you have the Chiefs now, improved defense as far as they have out of LSU. They drafted very well. They have a defense now. The Chiefs also have a run game right now. Ain't that nice to have a running back? Pretty sweet.
Go figure. Yeah.
Very, very rare for the Chiefs to have the last Chiefs running back. And by the way, they did pretty good. They were like, hey, here's Clyde's Eller, here's Hilaire out of LSU. His breaking tackle scenario was always good, right? His yards after contact were the highest in college football, and they kind of based it off of that. And that's not a bad thing to base it off of. But then you put him in that pro situation, and everybody who drafted him for fantasy football was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Holy crap, he's awful. Then Mr. gets paid $0 fucking dollars, basically. Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh, yeah.
He gets you to a Super Bowl, and you're like, whoa. And the whole league.
Yeah, we're going to cut him.
The whole league rang the bell saying, everybody, we don't have to pay running backs to win Super Bowls now. And the Giants were like, you hear that, Saquon? Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
The Eagles were like, no, that's not true. You could still have great running backs and win. Saquon, get over here. We'll show them. And they win a Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Who made that declaration, not out loud, but they didn't pay the guy. Then right when they get a chance to pay Isaiah Pacheco, they're like, how about get the fuck out of here and go to Detroit, hang out with Jahmyr Gibbs, whatever. They'll pay you. Detroit's like, yeah, we will. This is okay. Gibbs got some money. Pacheco's got some money. And Kenneth Walker now gets his whopping contract from the Chiefs. Super Bowl MVPs, Tony, are not getting paid in the NFL. That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
So the Seahawks won't go back-to-back this year. And if they do, holy shit, Price has got to be one of the best running backs out of Notre Dame in the world then. If they make it back to the promised land, Zach Charbonnet's coming off of a torn ACL. I don't know. I don't see Sam Darnold just carrying the crew right there. He's very reliant on that run game. Sparky, flip the big board around and see what's going on there. Says, meanwhile, in Kansas City, okay, coach said we can't use shotgun in our offense. Wow.
Low hit, Sparky.
My
Low
God.
Hit.
My God.
Gun charges everywhere.
No pistol.
No pistols.
No pistol. Man. So it's tough to do. It's tough to do in the NFL, man. But I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole. There are some. It's just on the horizon. People are feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's end of summer kind of stuff right now.
I mean, it anticipates you for things to come. And the NFL is like, that sweet release. As soon as that comes, it's just a magical moment.
It's a good time. Absolutely. The Tony, what else do we have on the docket here, my man?
Well, they were talking about the starting five for the 76ers now. And what that means for the team, a hearty 6-7 for the team in general. Going super deep with some free agency over the past week. Now, officially, they have Anthony Simmons.
Anthony Simmons, yeah.
Simmons. So he's a new player via free agency. 6'3", 200 pounds, 27 years old. Fantastic shooter. They got Tyrese Maxey. 6'2", 200 pounds, 25 years old. Following up Maxey, they have Caleb Love. Caleb Love. New two-way contract player, 6'3", 212, 25 years old. Of course, LeBron. Who is...
Yeah, this is probably going to be their starting lineup, though. It's going to be Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, Joel Embiid. That's going to be their setup right now. Guaranteed.
And then they're stacked with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Caldwell-Pope, good rotation guy. Seventh man.
Guy.
Seventh man. He can still...
Seventh man.
He could still run the double screen floppy, but not very long. Not very long. His defense, it's 50-50.
Spotty.
And
Very
spotty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Sixers right now on paper, 5 years ago, my God, they're looking amazing. You got a lot of
Super
age on
team.
these guys. I would, if not Nick Nurse, he's not going to be the coach. They're gonna. I'm telling you right now, there is no way.
Now there's a rumor. Because now I guess there was a rule passed this past week about player coaches doing investing for the NBA. So now Michael Jordan was supposedly an edge, or not an edge, a money donator for the 76ers to purchase, I guess, shares of the 76ers in general. So he's going to be like a part owner or part something with it.
Okay.
That was the rumor going around. I don't know how true that is. If it happens, it happens. If not, then not.
Yeah, so Kawhi Leonard might be just kicked out of the NBA all around. And I'm just going to say to you right now, I don't think anybody would notice because the guy does not really play. He plays 60 games a year. He wants the time off for load management all the time. And now he's in a lot of trouble, even during his negotiations with Jeannie Buss. And Jeannie, more respect to her at the time, the Lakers owner. Now she's not, but Lakers owner at the time, Jeannie Buss, was just, for lack of better words, she was like, fuck all the way off with that. Are you serious? He wanted a guaranteed sponsorship deals. He wanted to exceed his own contract. You know what? The one dude to want to do that deal with Kawhi Leonard was CEO of Microsoft. And Microsoft is known to break the rules on everything. Sparky, flip that board around, buddy. '29 WNBA Rookie of the Year, LeBron James.
Whoa! LeBron.
Yeah. Well, by the time
41-year-old LeBron James.
By the time LeBron James gets there, her knees are going to be shot to shit that she won't be able to dunk either.
She'll chalk dust everybody.
And I'm sure Dwayne Wade's kid will join her.
Oh yeah.
And Christina Bosch just to be there. Just to play third fiddle.
There's also another closeted rumor that of course the one James that got left behind on the Lakers is looking to trade himself over to the 76ers to play with his dad.
Insert Will Smith meme, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Why don't nobody want me?
Yeah.
And Bronny, I mean, honestly, there's so much guard talent in the NBA right now. It's tough to find an empty chair. I think he's got some talent. I think he needs a little bit of work, but yeah, this kid, he's not bad. He is not bad. Not great. I would say come to Portland. But we already have Scoot Henderson, John
you're awfully
Morant.
Generous with it.
We got I've seen the kid. I've seen him play independently. I've seen him play before the heart attack, Tony.
Yeah.
And he's good. After the heart attack, they never let him rest. They never let this kid rest. They did him a disservice, and he's never been the same after that. And you know what's going to stunt your growth even more is when you're forced to go on a tiered level to the NBA that you're really not ready for, but you're doing it anyways because your dad's ego is you're going to play with me on my team. You know, LeBron kind of took the GM and ownership keys and said, "Oh, I run this place." And, you know, like no one's going to question him because they wanted a ring. You know, they want to keep up with Boston on this idea.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know,
How
East
can you
Coast,
buy
West
yourself
Coast.
a super team without actually buying A-list players. I mean, besides LeBron, but LeBron isn't even LeBron from 5 years ago.
Yeah, LeBron treated the situation as if he was going to be young forever as well.
Oh
And
yeah,
he's not. He's getting older. This will probably be close to his last year. I think he wants to play 25 years in the NBA, Tony. And
god
that's going to
damn.
be pretty crazy because Moses Malone, Kevin Cato, or Kevin Willis, I'm sorry, not Cato, Kevin Willis, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, these guys have played a long, long time and they didn't even want to touch that 25-year mark. So I think LeBron
Yeah.
wants to go down as the greatest basketball player of all time just because he played for 25. He's going to want to play for 25 years.
25 years.
And he's going to want to get more rings than Jordan. Okay, so he's got what? 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland, 1 in LA. So if he goes back to back in Philly, he's going to tie Jordan.
As the GOAT.
It's going to tie him. And I think LeBron's next move after this is team ownership. And I'll tell you where he's going to go, dude. He's going to be the expansion owner of the Las Vegas LeBrons.
Yep.
Fill in the blank, Las Vegas, whatever the fuck you want to call them. It doesn't matter. But I think that's what the big draw is going to be because where do old people go? They go to Vegas. They go to Vegas.
Jared Calabro, he actually wrote a little something in the bottom. He said, LeBron's stats have been consistent. His reputation and attitude have not.
Okay. I mean,
Sure.
he, Jared, elaborate on that one. What do you mean that his reputation and his attitude?
So he in general has had quite the prolific career. He's had a great career. Would you say that he is, a effervescently top 5 greatest basketball players of all time?
I would say LeBron James is
Top
easy
10?
top 2. Easy
Top 2 of all time.
Top
Michael
2
Jordan and him.
I mean, if we're talking from a strict draft point, in 1984, I'm taking Hakeem over Michael.
For that point in time, yes.
If I could pair just by stats alone, Sparky, right? So if I could find a way to get back in the first round, do anything to get back in the first round in that same draft and pick up John Stockton and get Hakeem Olajuwon and John Stockton on the same team, and then later on get like a Chris Mullin, there would be no rings for Jordan to win.
Yeah.
There would be none. The only person that held John Stockton back was 5
Karl
inches
Malone.
too short. Yeah. Karl Malone. Listen, Karl Malone, great player, but Karl Malone was not greater than Hakeem Olajuwon.
No.
Who led a bunch of scrubs. And a bunch of scrubs. You watch the game. Watch the games. Mm-hmm. Hakeem is leading them offensively and defensively. The only reason that these guys are open is because you always have to double Hakeem Olajuwon, right? So, you take Hakeem, but in the draft with LeBron, who do you pick first overall besides LeBron? You don't pick anybody else. There's no one else without the upside. So, I can't. Jordan won 3 in a row. He might have had the second best basketball player in the NBA at that time with him, Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen, a very overall player who can pass, knock down the 3, rebound, and most importantly, play post and perimeter defense like the best of them. You got a guy like that. Then you had Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. You got Bill Paxton. You got BJ. Awesome. You got BJ Armstrong.
Tony Kukoc.
And then on the next 3-peat run, you got Tony Kukoc was later.
Well, afterwards, yeah.
Correct. Then on the next 3-peat run, you got Phil Jackson going to Europe trying to spot these guys, and he picked up Tony Kukoc. Look up Tony Kukoc's stats from Croatia. Holy passing. Tony Kukoc was supposed to be the first Ben Simmons that could not only run the point, be 6'10", but also shoot fucking threes. Talk about that, Ben Simmons, right? Ben Simmons is talking about, hey, I might come back. And everyone's like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you, man? Go, stay where you're at.
Yeah, that was a secondary rumor as well, that Ben Simmons was going to come back to play for the Sixers.
I would say there's a lot of unsung heroes when it comes down to it. Without Chris Bosh working on a 3-point game, LeBron doesn't have those Heat titles with the Heatles. All right.
No.
Dwayne Wade missing dunks on Christmas Day. What the fuck are you doing, Dwayne Wade? You know, Dwayne Wade, shooting guard, point guard combination sort of thing.
Yeah.
This is a young core of guys that
I've loved Dwayne Wade too, especially for that era.
That era, yeah, but he could never lead a team by himself. Would always be the criticism. You know, he's always a Robin, never a Batman. You know, so like LeBron to go back up to Cleveland and he's carrying around luggage called J.R. Smith because why not, right? LeBron came up with a formula on how he could get to the finals, but never a formula on how he can get to how he could always win the championship. He has been in the finals more than any player in existence ever. He has not won more finals, though. So I don't know how people want to have that weighted or whatever. Tim Duncan, the only person that he lost to in the finals was LeBron James. And some people would say he really lost to Ray Allen. Ray Allen's 3-point shot. You know, just throwing it out there. So like there's a lot that goes into it. If you watch Wilt Chamberlain, you want to talk about a fadeaway shot who's 7'1". Dude, he's 7'1". He's fading away using the backboard just for shits. This guy wasn't like going up against like top tier talent like today. But some of
like dropping a crane on the basketball hoop.
Yeah, but he wasn't like walking up to some guy that was like 6 foot tall going dunk and then walking back. You know, this wasn't cartoonish basketball sort of thing. So, you know, like there is absolutely
not like Wemby. Wemby's been doing that a lot lately last year.
Wembanyama got beat in the finals. This is always going to be on his record.
He did.
Got to the finals, beat. It'd be better for his legacy. It'd be better for Wembanyama's legacy if he got to the Western Conference Finals, lost, never made it to the finals to lose against the Knicks. Jalen Brunson can't do it. You know, it's a team sport too. So you need a lot of working parts. If you want to talk about best pure scorer, well, we got to talk about scoring effectiveness because then you're leaving out Steph Curry. If you're talking about a person who's gone through generations of rule changes,
by the way, is going where?
Oh, Steph Curry's rumored to be going to the Boston Celtics.
Oh, I thought there was a rumor that he was going to the Spurs.
No, not at all.
Sparky, what did you hear? He's gonna write it down instead of saying it. He's unmuted. He says Spurs as well. I thought that's what the rumor was. The rumor mill was circling around that he was gonna go to the Spurs, and
Okay, so we got some more from Jared. His reputation from when being young and elite in his earlier days is now being called diva, flopper, attention seeker, whistle seeker, super team chaser, builder, etc. His attitude, in my opinion, is just arrogance anymore. He's a freak of nature with a huge regimen to keep his body in shape. Man, we can debate Jordan, LeBron, Kobe all day. Wilt Chamberlain also slept with over 800 women in 1 year. Wemby and the Spurs reminded me of the Monstars in Space Jam. That's fucking funny. I'm hitting the laugh button on that one because that is really funny stuff.
That is really funny.
In 25 years of doing anything, you're gonna, flop a lot as well. There was some flopping points too. So I don't know, man. It's a tough debate. It's an internal debate. Kobe is definitely not even in my top 10. Okay. Throwing it out there. Not a top 10 all-time player. Not a thing. Just letting everybody know. 5 championships. That's cool. You don't get them without Shaq, and you don't get them without the recreation of Shaq. You can't get any championships out of this guy without Phil Jackson hanging around.
True.
And I guess that could be also the argument for why Jordan should not be the greatest of all time, too. No Phil Jackson, no Scottie Pippen. I mean, what were we expecting from the Washington Wizards? Him to get into the championship there? He's icing his knees every time he's sitting down.
That was the washed up Michael Jordan version of
They're like, well, Jordan's gonna go to the layup. Well, maybe next time he's going to dunk. Maybe next time he's going to dunk. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
He's going to
I guess we'll see.
Another fadeaway. He's playing like he's 6'5".
Yeah. Not to say it was an embarrassment, but he was too far out of the reach, or too far out of the realm to turn it back into the nostalgic days of where he would put up, you really 20, 30 points a game.
You know, you really got to respect who has never gone into a situation where he felt like he couldn't win. George Foreman. Foreman, 50 years old, goes into every situation 100% knowing, hey, I'm going to win this fight. I'm going to win. I'm not going to get knocked out. And I would say that'd be true except for the whole rope-a-dope thing. He was younger then. But then after that, coming in, I was watching the Foreman-Moorer fight. Sparky, have you ever seen that Foreman-Moorer fight? It is something to watch. Moorer was, I would say, winning the whole time. All right. Like this guy, he was punching himself a little tired, but not immediately. Foreman just got him. He got him good and then kept on him and then kept him away. He wasn't using his cross arm technique either. He was just there with the goddamn thing. And down went Moorer. And everybody was expecting George Foreman to just be this gimmicky kind of scenario for Moorer, but Michael Moorer, and it turned out to just be guys prepared. He's very prepared to win. He thinks he could win, and he gets in there and just does it. And that is it was exciting to watch from start to finish. My wife was she was talking about how the video quality wasn't good. And I was just like, please just stop. I'm trying to watch this. I just want to watch this goddamn fight. But yeah, man,
George Foreman had a phenomenal record for himself before he passed away. Now he only had 5 losses in his career. Out of those 5 losses, one of those 5 losses was by KO, and that was from the great Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
In round 8 via KO, and he lost the WBA, WBC, and the ring heavyweight titles to bring a unified champion into Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, and Foreman at that time, Muhammad Ali, he outsmarted him, and Muhammad was now. He was able to do this mental technique. Foreman got smarter after being outsmarted. Some athletes, they get outsmarted and you never see them again. They're done. They are no longer available for comment. It's over. Foreman put on his shoes again. He got back at it. He got back to work. And he didn't give up on himself. He went back to his faith and became a reverend for a certain amount of years. Then got back to boxing at a much later time in his life. And everyone was like, you could still box? You could still do this? Do you think you really want to still do this? That was after the age of 40, and came back and became the heavyweight champion of the world again.
He was one of the oldest champions at 45 to beat against Michael Moorer for a championship win.
Yeah, I mean Holyfield. I think they gave it to Holyfield by decision or whatever. But
Holyfield was decision. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't listen. I saw the match, and I'm one of those guys where I don't want a decision. like looks like we're going into extra innings.
Yeah.
I don't mind that scenario for boxing. I do mind it when it comes to baseball, where it's like extra innings, guys. No, this is a tie. Just cut it out. You guys had enough
See,
time.
it sounds like a food video, but like Evander hit him with the word salad. And then, of course, George Foreman hit him with the waffle maker.
Yeah, it's too bad the passing of George Foreman, though. He's very charismatic guy.
Yeah.
Brain damage kind of showed up by him naming all of his kids and George.
All
or
George.
A form of George. Georgetta. George.
Yeah.
Geo. Gee. It's
so he had a superfluous boxing career with 76 wins, 5 losses, 0 draws, 81 total fights, 68 wins coming by knockout. So the dude had a heavy hand.
I was watching on Amazon Prime, and it was the story of Jim Thorpe, right?
Sure.
And I'm like, I'm into it a little bit, but my God, Tony, great athlete. This was probably the fucking most boring thing I've ever watched in my life. And I mean, it's bad. Like, they're talking about some depressing stuff or whatever, and that's fine, but they just laid into it, I had to turn it. I was like, this is bad.
Jared said Kevin's firstborn son will be named George. I just know it.
George Neary. Yeah.
George Neary. Yeah.
It's got a good ring to it.
George Titanic Neary.
I think I speak for the world when that name's been ruined by the Bushes. The certain names just can't come back. Like Adolf. There's no coming back there.
Is there wiggle room for the Adolf? No.
Ooh,
no, none.
No.
Zero.
No. George, you guys just fucked it up.
Yeah,
we do. There was an executive order signed today about vaccine scheduling and recommendations of how to space them out. Recommended. Now, the reasoning for all the shots at one goddamn time was specifically to make it convenient for doctors. And remember, guys, any doctor talking about anything ever, they have already been bought and paid for by insurance companies.
They've already lied to you.
They've already lied. They're already liars.
Yeah. It comes pre-printed on the packaging.
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever. It's just, I'm just throwing it out there, that the reasoning for vaccines to begin with was to vertically integrate sickness into an everyday, built $1 trillion industry of what it is today. All right. It's made people sick forever from the beginning of life onward. And everyone has made a lot of money off it except the poor and the sick. Coincidentally.
Well, I find that there's a great amount of truth in the statement that healthcare does not want to make you better. They just want to treat you for the treatment in order to make their wallets bigger.
And fair point, because they are not in business to go out of business. That is not their thing. They are.
If there was a cure for cancer tomorrow, it would never hit the streets. It would never hit the pavement. It would never enter the bloodstream of a person in general, because
Tony,
it would cure the disease.
Tony, if there was a cure for cancer, they'd give you the cure, but it would give you something else.
Yeah.
They'd make sure of it.
Yeah.
They'd make sure that they'd say, let's give them the cure, but maybe it causes your one pinky to be paralyzed completely. And then we can give them a pill for that.
Like this.
But that pill for, wait. Oh, we solved that, didn't we, over here? Oh, but by the way, it goes like this now. And I'll give you another pill. Oh, great, it does this. Oh, but stroke. They're trying their best to keep their jobs and dividends rising every year.
Of course.
There is a distinct difference between.
Did you ever play that game as a kid where you would give yourself a superpower, but somebody else right next to you would give you an ad lib of like the only way that you could use that superpower is? So like, let's say I wanted super flight, but the only way that I could ever get super flight is that if my I had anal discharge.
God damn.
No, you've never played that game before?
No, I like that game though. That's a fun game.
It's a fucked up game.
It is the monkey claw of all games right there. My God. Very consequential for sure. The thing is, if your scientists know anything about job security, they've seen successful scientists just become the poorest people in the world, and they have been smart enough to know that if they're going to give you a medicine, make sure it hurts you in a certain way. And for everyone that thinks that somehow this is going to kill children, let me just remind you of something. We have been humans since the dawn of time, thousands of years before the invention of such vaccines. We had lived and flourished, okay? Without them. We can do so again with just keeping a clean house, stop polluting, and a clean body and a clean mind. Your immune system is always there, okay? The only people that are constantly trying to kill you is capitalists with predatory intent. And their intent is to make sure that you stay sick, you stay reliant on them, and that their money buys them comfort, and you not having money buys them a slave, and they're going to hold on to that. Sparky, flip that big board around. Bad lettuce, man. Fear the brown rain. That is a live look at Tony. Poop it all around the sky.
Yeah, that's a good game. You should probably play it. We'll play it one day. Be like, yeah, you can have super speed, but the drawback is that every time you use super speed, you get 5 minutes older in real time.
Oof.
Yeah. What would you save your time for, is the question.
Man.
There's always a consequence for your superpower.
Makes you not want to have powers at all.
Yeah.
The big pharma version of your fucking game right there.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is exactly what it is. But I will be fully supporting Enes Kanter in his I misgenderized there, in her WNBA career.
Aww.
Yeah, as will you. Measles
I
killed
will not.
500. Look at this look at this bullshit. Measles killed 500 kids a year before the vaccine. Bullshit. Total bullshit. The pneumonia was the culprit of the heart stopping. Measles was the virus that hadn't even reached stage 2 in every single one of these studies. Problem is, since there is no pneumonia vaccine, but there is a measles vaccine, money is attached to one area rather than the other. Throwing it out there, Tony. These people, all you got to do, everybody listening, all you have to do is turn to page 2, and you'll find out that page 1 was bullshit. You'll find out that the headline did not make any sense at all. It's just awful. And just throwing it out there, Tony. But
now I want to finish off our show today with something a little funny. Now, have you watched any of the Sports Center Ocho stuff?
No.
So zero as far as alternative sports that they have competitions for that are legit things.
Okay, so I have watched the competitive dart throwing guys right there, which they look like a much. They
There
look
you
like
go. There you go.
so they look like a much better looking version of bowlers. Not by much though.
Yes. Yeah. So they have what they call suction cup darts. You might be thinking to yourself, suction cup darts, what the hell is this? It's apparently a double-sided dart with suction cups on both the top and bottom that they launch from a certain point to get to a target that's on the table. And then, of course, you can like double up on the suction cups and get a certain amount of points. And the highest amount of points wins the game.
Wow.
There's such a thing called the dunk. And you might be thinking to yourself, the dunk, what the hell is that? What does it sound like to you, Kevin?
Tony, let me think. I don't know. Why don't you explain it? Just all one sentence. We can go with
That's
this.
right. It's an inflatable donkey, Kevin. That they throw to a target to land face down, the nose down, into a target area so that the donkey will add up points to a certain area.
I'm guessing inspired by Pin the Tail on the Donkey.
Kind of spin, yeah, kind of a spin on it. The one of the greatest ones that's been going on recently has been hobby horsing. And the hobby horse has been people who are competing not with real animals, but with a horse on a stick. Doing gate jumps, just as a person with the horse on a stick, in order for a timed event, and prancing and style are a huge, proponent to that particular sport that they have. All on the Ocho, by the way. All on the Ocho. It's been pretty fantastic. Mop racing has a big one as well.
I saw the mop racing thing. You put it on the Podguyz Podcast Facebook fan page. Mop racing feels like it. Man, if women and Mexicans are really good at that, I mean, they have an uphill battle before all the stereotypes end up going.
There's they interchange the men and women in the event, so they don't have a gendered particular event for mop racing.
Sparky is hiding his face there. I'm sorry, Sparky. That's
the women kill it.
It's a little. It's I'm giving credit to people for being good at something that I'm not even sure if they're good at.
Never know.
I'm not their husband. I mean, how would I know?
I was watching competitive yo-yo.
In fact, you know what? I bet you if they're bad at it, they don't have a husband.
Oh. Touche, sir. Touche.
Oh, it hurts.
I was watching competitive yo-yo the other day, and it's actually pretty entertaining. Whatevers.
Competitive yo-yos, Tony. Are they gonna
yo-yos?
Yeah, it sounds like a bad Westminster show where they walk the dog. Those dogs are great.
Could be a thing.
They should.
Anywho, that's enough for our show tonight.
They should have the Westminster show on the fucking Gaza Strip. Blend some shit together.
Stop it.
Where's that German Shepherd going? Oh no! Oh no!
Why is he ticking?
Get off of him.
Sparky, where can you find us if you're looking for us, sir?
You can find us on every single major streaming platform, including iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, CastBox, Pocket Cast, GeoReo, Facebook Live Video, YouTube, Amazon, and anywhere else there is major streaming going on.
That's true. All right. Another week, another fantastic array of different stories. I swear I'm booking guests, guys. We have them for a couple weeks in the next couple weeks. So little by little, if you would like to be a guest on our show, just reach out to me.
People are banging on the door, man. They're like, "Let me in."
I love it.
Tony's very picky about who he picks. You know, like
I do. I'm a vetter. I'm a vetter.
Not just anybody can come on the show. Not just anybody.
Sure.
Don't just think like, hey, I want to talk about my fucking rock collection and shit. You know, or I got about 10 minutes of shit to talk about, because we will cut you off and talk over you. That's just the thing. Hell, even if you have
Why is it my thing? It's your thing too.
That is my thing. So that's just the thing. It's gonna happen.
It's our thing.
Our thing.
Our thing.
Well, we will
all
be.
Right. Guys, we are the Podguyz Podcast. We're bringing it to you every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neri here.
Of course, the ever-loving Picasso.
Oi, Sparky.
Guys, we'll catch you same bat time, same bat channel next week. Have a great night. Bye.